Welcome, my fellow extremists. So, if you guys are watching this, I'm sure you've seen and recently season 2 dropped. Actually, at the time of this recording, they're going on a mid-season break, but that's neither here nor there. Today, I'm going to make a beautiful callback to when Omni-Man beat the absolute shit out of his son Mark. Let's go see it. But it's not just the fact that Omni-Man beat his son's ass, it's how he did it. Let's take a look at how he did it, shall we? First, we start off with Omni-Man telling his son that he basically lied about everything his whole life. About how the people they come from that gives them their superpowers, the Viltrumites, are really some fucking conquerors. And not only that, but with his newfound powers that he just got, a few months ago, he now has to use them to help his father enslave the entire human race. Yay! So then he's like, Dad, what the fuck? How can you do this? What about Mom? He said, I love your mother, but she's more of like a pet to me. And as anyone hearing their mom called a pet, my man starts spazzing out. He tries to fight back. And that's when the ass whooping begins. My man Omni-Man is hitting him with the meanest combos ever. Down, down, left, right, and sending him flying. He is knocking him into other cities, chasing after him to continue the ass whooping. And it's not just the ass whooping. No, it's the conversation in between the ass whooping. It's he's beating him, taking a break to talk to him, and then beating him. And he's not taking this beating lying down. He's trying to fight back, but he's just getting completely overwhelmed. He tried this little uppercut through the dirt, and it just got completely caught, and then got sent flying by Omni-Man. And what's worse, this beating is televised on live television. His family seeing it. His mother's watching in live time, seeing herself get called a pet, and her son getting beat damn near to death. His homies are seeing it. The superhero team, the guardians of the globe are sitting here watching this, not doing anything, by the way, just saying, hey, I hope my man's gonna be alright, like, help me. But instead of some other superheroes, you know who they do send to help Mark? They send some average ass people in some fighter jets with some normal ass missiles. Which doesn't do shit. Like, let's be real. They didn't do a goddamn thing except piss him off. He's sitting there using these people that are fighting for their country, fighting for their life as an example to his son. Listen to this.
Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power.
Proceeds to throw his son, presumably hundreds of feet in the air, into the dirt, just so we can murk these plane people, these pilots. And then Mark saves one of them. And then my man just lands behind him, and bro knew he was done. He knew it was wraps for him, and my man crushed him like a Kit Kat bar. I don't know, but you know what? There was at one point in time where my man Invincible was getting some decent licks in. He asked, cause Omni-Man sitting there preaching about how all life is useless and shit, and my man Invincible said, "So is my life really life really useless, really worthless?" He says, in the grand scheme of things, yes. And you got the mom crying in the back. Then my man Invincible gets a little Super Saiyan power boost. But we know how this ends. Omni-Man catches it and then sends him into the dirt. Not just into the dirt, through the ground in front of a nearby train station. And you've all probably seen this scene before. He picks up his son, holds him in front of the train, and just because his son's indestructible for the most part, by the average human things. So he's holding him in front of the train and just letting him the train is just running into him. I'm trying to explain it. He's inside the train's just still going. A lot of people inside are dying. They're just flipping out, and all of the dead people are just rushing onto his son. All their guts, blood, they're just rushing into his son. Then once again, they go on a little break, get a little pep talk, like, come on, like, you don't gotta do this, Dad, blah blah blah, we could be happy here. And Dad's like, nah, I'm good. Then Invincible tries to sneak him, and then he just hits him with the meanest weave of all time. It just watches him, and my man Invincible is watching this in slow motion like, damn.
Damn, he really about to rock my shit.
In the air floating, can't breathe. He knocked the wind out of this man. He then launches Mark through the air, and he hits this one of the coldest lines.
I will burn this planet down before I spend another minute living among these animals.
Invincible gets one more sneak, which Omni-Man doesn't even block. He takes it straight to the face and sends him flying across. Like he's been doing this entire fight, honestly. This is where the real meat and potatoes of the ass whooping begins. Because he's not just sending him flying, he's sending him flying. But at first he was sending him flying and leaving him beat. He is actively comboing this man. He is hitting him flying, keeping up with him, and continuing to hit him all throughout the states of America. Hitting him underwater, hitting him through a boat. And he's underwater. Invincible is sitting there trying to punch underwater. You can tell he's not doing nothing. Then he slams him into the ground underwater. At this point, after getting slammed into the concrete or the earth underwater, Mark was done. He's unconscious. He's floating up, blood leaking. Omni-Man, he decided, nah, it's not over yet. He launches him into the side of a mountain. Mark is laid over, slumped, unconscious. He raises up his arm and punches him straight into the chest, causing an avalanche that kills a bunch of unsuspecting people. It wasn't even necessary to the combo. It's just disrespect. A lot of this fight was just pure disrespect. You know what? Even though he doesn't have the strength, he has heart. His heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. His heart pumps blood. Some out of the snow and says, have you had enough yet? This man's leaking. He looks at his dad and says, I'll stop you. Like, okay, Mark, you're not gonna, but it's the mentality. It's the principle. Mark is clearly done. He is not fighting back. He's sprawled out over the mountain, on all completely just slumped. And Omni-Man takes one more time to talk to him. He says, you're doing this for nothing. I won't let you. My man he can't even make a fist at this point. He just says, I won't let you. Omni-Man slugs this dude into the ground. Look at Mark. He's in the Yamcha pose. He is in the fetal position on the side of a mountain with a him-shaped crater in it. He's on his back looking like Dad, don't do this. Dad, quit playing. Dad, quit playing. And he's just beating the absolute shit out of him. Are you seeing this? Are y'all seeing this? He is beating him so hard you can hear the echoes in the distance. I honestly don't know how we survived all of this so far, but he beat this man into a flashback. And then that flashback, he realized he loves his son, so then he leaves. Which is honestly the best thing for Mark, because it was over for him. There was nothing he could have done. And as we know, Omni-Man flies off, and that's honestly the end of season 1. But yeah, I just had to revisit. When season 2 came out, I went back and I watched it, and I just had to make a video on just the brutality of this ass whooping, y'all. Woo. Me, honestly, if I'm Mark, I'm retiring. You're never gonna see me again. See, so all of you, I'm done. I'm moving to somewhere far away. But yeah, it's my first time making this style of video. Let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, and subscribe. And if you like this video, consider subscribing and sticking around. Comment what you want to see more of. Comment your favorite part. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.